Hello.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Thank you very much for applying to Queen Hedvig Scholarship.
Well, thank you for giving the opportunity to our school and myself as well. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. I'm Radosław Koszewski. Together with me, there are Marta Ambroziak, who is a director at XIII, and Piotr Kamiński, who is the president of Queen Hedvig Scholarship Foundation. You will have now 5 minutes to present yourself. Then each of us about 2 minutes for Q&A and 1 minute for the feedback.
Okay, thank you very much. I once again would like to thank you for giving the opportunity to our school to participate in such a prestige program. It was really the last notice and short notice for our school, but we've managed and we are very grateful for that. So my name is Ewa Szkibiel. I have been teaching mostly English for over 25 years. And most of that time I have spent in high school number 13 in Szczecin. Now I also graduated from economy, so I can teach business. And in the end of June, I will be able also teaching geography. And I plan doing it in English as well as in Polish. So it is quite a new experience for me and a great challenge. Well, as an English teacher, I have been teaching students at different levels. And mostly right now, I'm teaching them at the higher levels. So I'm preparing them for the language certificates, which help them to simply apply to the universities abroad. And I have to tell you that my students very often ask me to help them with the applications, with the choice of the universities sometimes. So definitely visiting Berkeley and Stanford would help me to help them better to write the recommendation, as well as to choose the right option for them. I'm the form teacher right now for the 2nd grade, and next year we are going to start discussing what kind of universities they are planning to choose, what courses they are going to have to take, and if I would be able to help them to get to United States because they dream about that, and we already have some applications to the United States. So that would be great for them. And of course, this would be a great development for me and for my colleagues, because my friends also have students at the higher levels and they help them to choose the universities. How do I do that? I usually ask my graduate students to help the present students in any case of if they want to choose the department they already are studying, or maybe the courses they should think about before choosing the courses. That's why we also, this year, we had the opportunity for the 3rd grade students. We organized the trip to London at a pretty difficult time because it was at the beginning of May. And I have to tell you that in London, it was really a lot of people. We had over 50 people, 50 students together. But we've managed, we didn't lose anyone. And we went also to Oxford, where our graduates told the students, the future students, maybe, how it is to study at Oxford, how to apply to Oxford, and why it's worth studying abroad. And I think that this is very important for students to show them that dreams may come true. So going with other students to the United States and showing that dreams come true, this is something that young people should know, that working hard and keeping dreaming about things they want and being persistent in life is pretty important to achieve something. And I truly believe that dreams may come true. Well, thank you very much. I believe it's about 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Professor. Yes, exactly 5 minutes. Marta?
Professor, I was in London at the same time as you this year, so
Okay,
Lots
so
of people, lots of
lots
people.
of people, lots of
Yeah, exactly. I'm amazed about your story about this trip to, to Oxford and having 50 like students. What is your lessons learned from such a big trip event for yourself?
for myself.
Yeah.
What I've learned from a London trip.
Yep.
Okay, so I learned that this is very interesting for students. They took a lot of advantage from talking to our graduates, and this is actually rewarding for us because we organized the trip and we could help the students, and of course, just interacting with our students in different situation than just the school situation was quite interesting and really worth experiencing.
Okay, thank you very much. And how would you share with your local community the experience from Queen Hedvig scholarship trip?
I have to tell you that I love taking photographs and pictures, and whenever I'm somewhere, I always take pictures. Even in London or Oxford, I was actually the photographer of the group. So taking pictures and simply presenting it to the students, to the co-workers, just giving presentations would help me to share my information I got and gathered them. I would like to show them the landmarks of San Francisco, Silicon Valley. There are lots of things that are really interesting. And when you teach from your own experience, students are more attentive and they know that, okay, maybe I can just try and do it, yes, and achieve that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're
Thank you very much, Piotr. You are on mute.
Sorry, Professor. Who could be the dream person you could meet in Silicon Valley for you and be able to talk with?
Well, I would like to talk to Zach Zuckerberg and ask him some questions about Facebook, ask him some questions how to start the company and maybe share it with my students who are quite inventive. So yes, I would like to meet him and to know how to start. I know that he started in the garage, but this experience, how to develop into the huge, success. This is something I would like to ask, how to do that.
And how would you like to share it with your students afterwards?
Afterwards, I would take notes. Definitely, I would take notes and I would just tell them all the questions and all the answers I got just to share it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Professor, talking about Mark Zuckerberg, would you dare asking him a question about Facebook proceeding our data, or you think it would be too sensitive, and you would dare asking such questions, rather something easier, like I know how he managed to be so big, etc.
I would dare asking some questions which are uncomfortable, but I would observe whether he is comfortable to answer them. And
not comfortable. Not comfortable.
Not comfortable. So I probably wouldn't be too persistent to ask. I wouldn't, impose. I rather ask then the more lighter questions, just to have discussion and find out as much as possible. Because if I ask him uncomfortable question, he probably wouldn't answer and wouldn't like to talk to me. So I would then change, the direction and ask him some lighter questions.
Okay. So what would be the one question if you had the opportunity to ask one question?
One question to give me some advice how to start, how to make a good startup and how to develop it into a huge success.
Okay. Thank you very much. If I may ask for the feedback, first from Marta,
Professor. It was lovely to meet you, hear your story, and see all the maturity, all the passion, all the experience, and all the warm words you have for your students. And that's the feedback from all. So it was a pleasure, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you too.
And Piotr?
Professor, it was really pleasure to hear about your view of how to deal with your students, with all subjects we mentioned here in this scholarship. I see you as a person who loves to teach, and it is seen able by your students. They were really good, and congratulate you for them. And I really appreciate your presence.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I also congratulate you, Professor, because you are a great professional, and I think many other teachers can follow you. We would advise the foundation to select you for the trip. And the problem that we have is that there is a pretty big group of excellent teachers. Anyway, you belong to the crème de la crème of Polish high school teachers. Congratulations on that. Please convince your friends and students voting for you in internet, because definitely this is what will decide about the final result. In a little bit more than 1 week, you will learn about the results of the voting.
Okay, thank you very much. It was very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much. Bye.
Pleasure is mine. Bye-bye.
Bye.